Hus Ken Pankovic here. Just welcome you to our November newsletter, our video newsletter for students, parents, friends and families at KickFit Martial Arts Schools. I just want to start off by letting you know that, as the end of the year approaches and there's probably about 6 weeks to go, I know pressures on your time can increase. That could be getting schoolwork in, it could be finishing coursework, there could be parent-teacher conferences, there could be end-of-year plays. For our teens and adults, that could be work pressures, it could be having to finish on a deadline. Now's the time to really recommit to your martial arts training. Try not to let your attendance slip. I know it can be difficult, but think of your martial arts training as your opportunity to rest and recharge yourself, ready for everything that you have to do outside of the martial arts schools. I know in my own experience, when I train, I always feel much better. And so many times I hear that comment from students and parents. They love it when they're there. It's just getting to class that could be a little bit difficult. So just anchor that thought. Remind yourself things could get a little tough towards the end of the year, but I'm going to make sure I recommit and I attend my classes to make sure I keep my training strong. For our Little Champions and Junior students this month, we're focusing on National Anti-Bullying Week, which is going to be starting from the 18th of November in local secondary and primary schools. KickFit have supported these schools for many years, and I know my instructor team will be going in to either run an assembly talk or maybe a small workshop. So if you see us there, please do say hello. We're also going to be working on the same tips within our school. We're all about giving our students tools and tips to defeat the bully without fighting. We first talk about using our words, using our actions, using our mind, before we ever have to think about using anything that becomes physically confrontational. So you'll see the instructors start to work through those tips in the classes in November. I'm very proud of our assistant instructor team. These are a bunch of volunteer students that have given up their time to go through a training course on how to teach and how to use our teaching techniques on the floor. And then each week they volunteer additional time to come and help the instructor team. This month we've been able to award assistant instructor uniforms to Mr. Gerchatan and Mr. Imran. They have not only completed their training course, but also an additional 75 hours of training and assistance on the main school floor. So you'll see them in their new uniforms. Also very pleased to announce that Mr. Elliott has joined the instructor team as part of our apprenticeship scheme. So not only is he going through an instructor training program, working to qualify for his uniform as well, outside of the martial arts he'll be working and studying for an MVQ in sports coaching as well, which will work very nicely along with his teaching skills. So he's going to be working, and I know some of you already had the chance to work with him and enjoyed the way he started to teach and work in those classes. Coming up at the end of the month are some of our most spectacular events that are involving the presentation of black belts. All the students at KickFit, whether you're the most junior or one of the people that have been around the longest, is all about working towards the next level of success. And within that, we qualify that and talk about black belt success. So coming up at the end of November, on the 30th of November, is our black belt physical testing. So this is your opportunity as a student to come and watch the final stage of the black belt testing and see how we put those students through their paces to earn their black belts. So you'll see pad work and sparring, combat fitness tests, gym tests, along with a whole host of students working at their very best to earn either their first black belt or a higher downgrade. A couple of weeks after that, we actually have the black belt ceremony itself on the 14th of December. This is when we close all the schools down for regular classes and we focus on the presentation and the earning of a black belt by a select group of candidates. So we encourage all our students and parents to please think about taking the time to come and watch the ceremony, which takes about an hour. You'll see the candidates perform. You'll then see them be presented with their belts. And also during that ceremony, there'll also be the opportunity to watch the KickFit instructor team perform some high-level martial arts skills as well, which is an event that I know a lot of people look forward to watching. Finally, this week, it's my great pleasure to be attending an International Martial Arts Summit in Washington, D.C., organised by the Educational Funding Company. There'll be 600 martial arts school owners there, and as well as representing KickFit, I've also been asked to give a couple of workshops on running martial arts schools. You know, the KickFit instructors and the instructor team are very highly thought of as giving always quality instruction and also preparing very good lessons. So not only just within the area where we work in Berkshire in London, but also around the world, people are looking at and seeing how we actually teach our martial arts classes. Thanks very much for tuning in this week, and I look forward to presenting our December newsletter. Oof.